good, YouTube? It's your boy Tonyd2wild checking in once again, back in the building. Got him early. Woo! The Jordan 11 Low Bred. Guys, if you aren't already following me, follow me over on my IG, my Twitter, and my Snapchat at Tonyd2wild. I will leave it all down below in the description. And follow me over on my TikTok at Tonyd2wild8. Links are down below. Handles are right here. Follow me. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Let's get it. All right, guys. So we got a couple of pickups in that I'm very excited for. So let's get straight into it. First things first, I was actually able to secure a pair of these. Go and watch my review on this actual clog, sneaker, whatever you want to call it. And this, of course, is the Nike Rejuvenate in that vault. So this is called a green strike. Now, this is a size 8, and I have tried on size 9, and I prefer size 9, and I still recommend you going a size 9, but I grabbed this in a size 8 to see how it would feel, because I was only able to find it in a size 8 as well without having to go pay resale, which is not too much, but I wanted to see. And it fits. It's a little bit more snug, especially on this part. It's not as short as I thought it was. It feels like it's still around the same lengthwise, so I'm not getting a lot of that toe action being smashed, but it is more pressure alongside this. So I'm a little iffy if this is going to be something that I'm going to keep in this size, but stay tuned and click the link down below in the description and sign up for Whatnot, because I might be making a return there. These might go on there as well. But with that said, I did grab these, and this is kind of something I'm going to have to just wait and see if it's something that I want to keep, but I'm definitely going to get this colorway down the pipeline, whether I keep these or get them in my size 9. But go check the review out if you are very curious about these shoes, because I think they're going to be definitely one of the best new items of footwear going into 2025. Next up, we have a cult classic, and that is, of course, the Nike KD4 Easter. Woo. The KD4 has definitely been on a roller coaster ride this year and last year, and they've been dropping all the heat when it comes to the KD4 line. The Easter is a annual sneaker release that went down for a lot of Nike basketball, and also, of course, for KD. The same way KD has his Christmas, he had his Easter, he had his Aunt Pearls. This is another one of those that continuously have releases every holiday around the globe. And this is a pair that released back in 2012. Of course, it has like this light turquoise. Now on the box, it says mint candy / white new green Nike Zoom KD4, and this is a size 8.5. These are going to be releasing on April 18th for a retail price point of $130, and they seem to stay pretty true to the original actual colorway and model that released back in 2012. This colorway is something different. It's kind of more so closer to seafoam, but I would still say this candy mint, mint candy. I'd say they got it pretty much spot on, but this is definitely something that is nice to have on feet during this Easter season. Now, me personally, this is definitely one of the top KD4s out there, but this is not one of my favorite on the list. I mean, as far as KD's, Galaxy, Weatherman's, Nerfs, I would even put the Christmases or the Coppers on there. And that's, I mean, this could probably, Aunt Pearls, can't forget the Aunt Pearls, cannot fit. So there's a lot of them, right? This one is definitely still one of the top, don't get me wrong, but this is one that I could possibly pass on or wait to see if it goes on sale. At the same time, this is a very popular colorway, so they will do fairly well, I think, on release day. But I would not be surprised if I see certain sizes lingering and later on going on sale. I've seen Coppers, the 4s, the Christmas joints actually go on sale real recently. So with that said, these are some of the shoes that some of them tend to linger and then tend to go on sale down the road. But still a very iconic colorway. And if this is something you would like for me to review, let me know. We did review a couple of other KDs. I think we reviewed also the scoring titles. Didn't seem like it resonated with a lot of people. A lot of people are over the basketball and Nike basketball. These are for more people, I guess, a little upper in age, even including myself, that were very, very well tuned in with Nike basketball 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015. Right now, I would say Nike basketball, as far as for LeBron, KD, and even the Kobe line of current roster of sneakers and silhouettes, they don't have that appeal like they once did. But you see, the foams from 2012, that was a different story. So it just depends on what it is, in my humble opinion. But with that said, last but not least, we have a very special shoe, in my opinion, man. Woo! The Jordan 11 Low Bred. Woo! So this is a very, 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 very special release, you know, in my opinion. And I think that it's going to sell out. I'll be very surprised if it doesn't. But forget all that. Let's get to the shoe itself. The Jordan 11 Low Bred, right? So Jordan actually, this is the first time this shoe has ever retroed in this true form. Now, back in 2015, they did release a Jordan 11 Bred, but it had a red trim or a red inliner, a sock liner, red. And that was actually a release of a once sample that had released, I think, or not released, but was out in 1996 as well. Like, basically, it was a Jordan 11 Low Bred that had a red sock liner. It was a sample. It never came out. Well, Jordan Brand in 2015 released that one to the public finally, right? Well, this one, as you can see, is a Jordan 11 Low Bred, just straight up as is, and there's nothing different. It's identical to that of the actual Jordan 11 Bred, right? Well, this is never retroed or released as this particular model. And this is a model that Jordan wore. So you don't really see that happening as much nowadays. I mean, pretty much every shoe that Jordan has wore has pretty much came out. So when you get a shoe that Jordan wore finally make its debut release, that's kind of special. And I think that's why these are going to be extremely special. Jordan wore these during the 1996 finals, and that was, of course, against the Supersonics. And this was a model that he wore alongside, of course, with the regular Jordan 11 Bred. We finally had this one now debuting, and it pretty much mimics a lot of that original model and the previous model that released in 2019. It has that same type of cut and craftsmanship, and you can actually see the white lining all around the edges of the patent leather. You have the carbon fiber as well. So it does a very good job with that. You have the Nike Air branding on the inside, and I'm not gonna lie, we'll have to just compare it, but this branding, the Nike Air right here, it looks bigger. Like, this looks bigger. It's pretty big. Like, usually it's a little bit smaller. It looks pretty big in size. I'm not gonna jump to conclusions on that though. We do have a pair of the 2019s that released. We will get a review out on these and compare the two, so stay tuned for that. These are releasing on April 26th for a retail price point of $190, and I mean, they do a very good job and they look extremely well. 23 on the back, Jumpman on the back, patent leather looks good, patent leather height looks good, Nike Air as stated before, third spacing, the mesh, the upper, everything looks very nice. And on here it says Air Jordan 11 Retro Low Black Varsity Red, and this is a size 8.5. Now, I have the Bred, right? So do I necessarily need this? I don't, but I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This is very tempting of grabbing, okay? For the fact that it's never released, and who knows when it will release again. And I kind of feel a certain type of way that I got rid of my Jordan 11 Low Concords, because that's another low that I would not mind getting, and hopefully they bring those back out pretty soon. Those released back, I want to say like 2013 or something like that. Maybe they retroed them again, I can't remember, but those are another low of the retro 11s that I wouldn't mind. Space Jams, cool, kind of different. You know, Jordan was, I believe Jordan wore them, or there was a picture of him wearing something that looked like them, but the bottom was yellow. People don't know if that was yellowing of the sole or it was just a yellow outsole. This is definitely one that I'm looking forward to, and I think that it looks extremely nice. So I'll be on the up and up, keeping my ears and eyes to this one. No Widow's Peaks also featured on this patent leather, even on the front and the back. Toe cap, you got this semi-translucent, everything's leveled out. Thumb right here is real nice and centered. So good craftsmanship also, because you know when it comes to 11, sometimes it can be pretty iffy. But let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions on this one down below in the comment section as always. I love y'all, I appreciate y'all, and I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace.